Hi everyone. This is Julia from the JFIU, the Joint Financial Intelligence Unit. Today I'm going to present 7 parts, but I would like to draw your attention to the main part that is STR reporting regime and also the introduction of streams 2. Okay, let's start our webinars today. And first of all, I would like to introduce the history of our unit. Currently, we are under the Financial Intelligence and Investigation Bureau. But before that, we were under the Narcotics Bureau. And the features of GFIU is we co-staffed by Hong Kong Police Force and the CNE department, and our base is in the police headquarters. And we are the sole agency in Hong Kong managing species transaction report regime. And we are doing the partnership with various financial intelligence exchange with the LEAs and FIUs worldwide. Um, Very often we encourage you guys to file the STR reports, but actually I would like to tell you about what we are going to do with the data that we collect from you guys. First of all, we will use the data for analyze the any intelligence we can collect from your data, and then we will do development, we will do disseminations to the relevant unit for further investigations. And also we will use your data to do the trend and policy study. And also we will use it in the international cooperation. About the second part, the key legislations. Actually, before Ms. Lam has already introduced the 4 main core legislations to you. The first one is the Drug Trafficking Recovery of Profits Ordinance. The second one is the Organized and Serious Crime Ordinance. The third one is the United Nations Anti-Terrorism Measures Ordinance. And the last one is AML CFT Ordinance and Amendments. About the anti-money laundering part, AML, I would like to draw your attention basically to the content. Any person knowingly or having reasonable grounds to believe any property in whole or in part directly or indirectly represents process of drug trafficking or indictable offense dealing with that property, then you may, if you commit that offense, then it will lead you to the maximum penalties of fine of Hong Kong dollars 5 million and also 14 years of imprisonment. About the counter financing of terrorism, then of course the maximum penalty will be fine and also 14 years imprisonment. And for the part that if you do not file STR, then that actually refer to the content. Any person knows or suspects any property represents was used or is intended to be used in connection with the process of drug trafficking, indictable offense, or is terrorist property, should disclose that knowledge or suspicions to any authorized officer. That is in this case is JFIU. And if you did not do that, then will we lead you to the fine of 50,000 Hong Kong dollars or 3 months imprisonment. And about the dealing off, Ms. Lam have already covered the topic, and I would like to remind you that maximum penalty would be fine of $500,000 or and 3 years imprisonment. Let's go to the third part about the STR reporting regime. Basically, we are using the public-private partnership that model. So we are working with LEAs and also you guys reporting entities because we will use you guys will do the CDD, KYC, record keeping, STL filing part, and provide us the information, and we will use the information to uh, extract the useful intelligence. Then we will make our intelligence exchange, international corporations, like I said before, and also training, outreach. And then we will forward those useful information to the LEAs, for example, Hong Kong Police Force, CNED, and also ICC. So those are for the financial investigations, asset tracing, restraints, and also confiscations, mainly for the evidence-wise usage. Then we may ask, why should you report STRs? Basically, 4 reasons. The first one is, of course, it's legal obligations for all citizens in Hong Kong. And the second one is no reporting threshold. It is because we did not set any frames for you guys to report or anything. Of course, the weight of reporting, we have certain requirements, but about the content, we encourage you to file the STR to us based on your judgment of the suspicions of that fact. So we encourage you to do any filings to us. And the third one is about the source of report, and reported details will be kept confidentially. So we will basically assure you to do the actions without any accusations of your clients about disclosed data. The last one is legal protection to civil and criminal liability. That is what I said. And what's more is because you guys also have to follow the guidelines that provided by CR. So that is the one that we have go through before in the previous sessions about the guidelines on anti-money laundering and counter-financing terrorism. But I would like to draw your attention to the chapter 7. It's all about the SDR reporting, laws and enforcement requests, and crime-related intelligence. Especially to the 7.9, the section 7.9, a licensee should appoint an MLRO as a central reference point for reporting STRs, and also the main point of contact with the GFRU and LEAs. So the MLRO should play an active role in the identifications and report of suspicious transactions. And licensee should establish and maintain clear policies and procedures to ensure that all staff are made aware of the identity of the MLRO and of the procedures to follow that when making an internal report, and all internal reports should reach the MLRO without undue delay. And 7.19, if after completing the review of internal report and MLRO decide that there are grounds for knowledge or suspicions, he should disclose the information to the GFRU as soon as it is reasonably to do that, after his evaluation is completed, together with the information on which that knowledge or suspicions is based. We can have a look at the figures that from 2017 to the September of this year. So we can see that the number of STR filing is increasing and is doubled last year from 97,000 to 147,000. And this year, we believe that it will, of course, more than that. And as of September 2025, JFRU received a total of 137,000 STRs, and of which 203 STRs were from money lenders. So basically, we can see that there was a significant increase since 2022, and with an average number of 421 STRs per year. So we still want to encourage you guys to find more STRs to us. And for finding STLs, of course, it is I'm showing you the traditional and all or also the currently the way of submitting an STLs that is also be displayed on our website. It is by e-reporting system, that is a stream system that maybe it is familiar to you guys, and by email, also fax, or by mail, or by phone. And so I'm going to introduce the Streams 2 system to you, because we have to do some upgrade on the system in order to have a comprehensive scope of information collected, or also facilitate big data analysis to identify network and trends effectively. First of all, it is social media information. We want to capture more relevant social media informations from the subjects that you report, and also the digital footprints. For example, the IP address, device IDs, and anything that can be applied to your setup. And also geolocations, whatever you have, you can just pass it to us. And the third one is the address format. We find there is some difference between, different reporting entities that would want to report the address to us, and it made us a bit difficulty to compare the data. So we want to standardize the address input. And also the last ones, we want to include the crypto transactions, which is a very hot topic, recently, and also will be very, often, so we can see it in the future. And so basically, we want to get rid of paper. So we encourage everyone to do the e-submission. So, but you can see already that among the, the 147,000 submissions, you can see most of them, over 90%, that were submitted by e-submissions. So we all really want to get rid of the papers. What is the benefit for submit by electronically submit to us? That is free and secure system. So get rid of paper, and you can get the instant acknowledgement, and also receive consent decisions via the system. And the mode of STR submission in Streams 2. Basically, we want to have e-submissions from all regulated entities. So you can, in the future, you can submit it with the PDF form, a web form, or also XML that's developed by your company, which can directly transmit the data from your system to our Stream 2 system. There will be mandatory fields which are core information required for all setters. Then you must enter all these fields before you can pass on the submissions to us. And there are also no optional fields that is tailor-made for specific setter. Like for moneylender, we have the loan account type for you to enter relevant data, and also it can help us to direct the correct data to the correct database. So it is actually an indicator for us. So how do we do the reporting in the Stream 2? Actually, we are currently also using this approach. That is screen, ask, find, and evaluate, and we have the safe approach. Well, screen just account for suspicious indicators, adverse news, sensitive connections, method of payment, etc. Ask, of course, check and inquiry, clarify any suspicions, such as financial background, source of fund, purpose of transactions, etc. Find is about find and review the customer's previous record, analyze, and then see how it goes, how or whatever you can find, and then evaluate and see if it's valuable to make an STR report. So among the data, we actually can recommend some red flag indicators to you guys. Then you can use for clients. Then as mentioned before, the PEP. Yeah, of course you have to find STRs against PEP. And the second one is about persons or corporate from high risk country, and also those that have no known nexus in Hong Kong. Well, of course, if they use some suspected fraud supporting documents during applications, then yes, of course, you have to, this is a very big indicator. And the last one is if you use the virtual onboarding methods, then make sure that, of course, the recent deepfake or video injection that fake thing that won't affect your KYC, eKYC system. And for transactions, if you find payments from third party, settled by cash or cashier orders, or transactions that is incommensurate with client's background, that is maybe just earn 10,000 a month, and then he can pay suddenly $1 million for his loan, then it is not, of course, not reasonable. And repaid loan that is prematurely without reasonable explanations, that is maybe one day he come up and apply for the loan, and the next day then he can just tell you that you want to set off all the loans, then that is not reasonable. The last one is, of course, you receive LEA inquiries about any account, any persons, then of course it is a very big indicators too. And for further inquiry, if you find there are suspicions and want to ask the customer for more information, and but they don't want to say anything, or they want to give you any supporting documents, or when you can find any first news, any reports, any news reports on the web, on your any agents platforms, then yes, there are indicators. And the last one is evaluation. Evaluate the information from customers, and then make the the decisions. And then if the information from customer, even they can't be verified, then it may be a very good indicator. I'm going to show you the StreamStew's user interface at this moment, because it's still under the UAT and or any final refinement. And you can see for the reporting party, the industry category, you can find yourself, that is financial license money lender. You can choose that category from the drop-off box. And also for this one, what does it mean? Report related to previous or other disclosed. That means if the reporting is related to triggered by internal monitoring, that's triggered by your own assessment, your observations, then you can just click no, because this is a fresh and not related to any previous. But if it's you had find a previous STR, or it is triggered by the LEA inquiry or intelligence, then you can choose the yes button, and then you will find the more inputting fields underneath, and then you can input the reference number, especially if you receive any information or letter inquiry from police or from other LEAs, you can find the pop-up field and enter the whole reference number into it. It can help us to further analyze or disseminate the information to the correct unit. And we want you to give us more information about the role of the subject. So you have to choose the uh, whether it is a suspect, victim, or participant. And also in the bottom, you can see the new social media sessions. You can enter all relevant account ID, platform, etc. And if for organization, you have to tell us the business nature and also any place of incorporation, business nature, details of connected party, directors, shareholders, and also beneficial owners. For accounts, then you can, as I said, you can choose the loan account type, which is should be good to present your status information. And we add a new function that allows you to add the negative balance. Of course, the balance is a mandate field that I mentioned before. There are mandate fields. Balance is one of the mandate fields. And also digital footprints, you device ID, IP address. If any of these things you have, you can also pass them to us. If the transactions were made by third parties, you can highlight that in this in this field. And the suspected crimes, just check the right box. And also if it is civil servant related, or there are common IP address or shared device, a lot of them, a lot of the choices that you can give, just give more information to us. And this is the narrative part. We want you guys to fill in sufficient information for us. Like you have to take the boxes for the trigger factors like offense, suspicious transaction patterns, intelligence inquiry from LEA, publicly available information, adverse news, press release, sanction, etc. On the receipt of search warrant or court order. And if you know the who serve you the search warrant or court order, please also include the unit's name, though, so that we can know this, because we don't have the essential database for the search warrant or court order. So if you just give us the search warrant or court order reference, we don't know the exact investigation unit. Also, upstream intervention, that is for those if you find the borrower is a victim, or any chance that you can also report the SDR to us. Background is we want some information about the nationality, types of ID document, occupation, business nature, source of wealth, source of income, family or business background if you knew that, date of commencing business, relations with the borrower, and details of investigations or your transaction analysis about the review period. So the transactions linkage with suspicious counterparties, third parties, if any, KYC, RFI result, open source information, details of the adverse news, sanction lists, and findings on the digital preference, if any. And also the last part, we would like to have your view, and also will you exit the relationship with the client. So for the attachment, basically, I would like to highlight that because attachment is a very useful tool for you guys to file STRs, because I find some reporting entity, they just use their own reports in PDF and then they upload to the attachment part. And then they leave the narrative part blank. So we want to remind you all that we really want the narrative part be filled so that we can do the data analyze. If you just send us the attachments only, then we can't get the contents for analyze. So for the attachment, actually, we are looking for any Excel files that this is stored in your system you want to share with us, any loan application forms that you want to send to us for look, like any forged documents, copies that you can scan and send to us. Also, any digital footprints, data files that you want to send to us, they are all welcomed. So common pitfalls. We find that some STLs contain a group of unrelated subjects, or they're a group of subjects, but there is no information about their commonalities in the narrative part. So we want to remind you, if you want to find STL on a bunch of subjects, then please make sure you specify the commonalities in the narrative part, or you may just separate them into different STRs, so one by one. The second part is with only if you only refer to the attachment known in the narrative part, that is not acceptable. Like I said, I can't do the analysis part. So the last one is report STL solely because any other companies in the same group that maybe they report one, but I can't find any suspicions, but I still want to find the same thing, then we do not accurate that kind of SCR, because basically you have to tell us the suspicions that you find any analysis so that we can do something on it. Feedbacks from GFIU, of course, you can get the acknowledgement receipt, consent, no consent, or not applicable result, or quarterly SDR analysis published by GFIU, meetings with stakeholders. And these guys, if you really want to know more about Streams 2, please save this page for yourself, that you can contact these guys for more information. So about Stream 2, we have a timeline for that. So currently we're doing some similar UAT tests. So we tentatively decide to launch the Stream 2 system in the January of 2026. But any further information we will announce and then tell, and contact point will connect, will contact you for more, further information. For the ML landscape, yes, of course, we know the ML cases are rising, and because of the fraud and deception cases that we have, that has remained at the top threat. And I also want to highlight that the money lender sector is also very, on the top 4 about, the ML landscapes there. So I wanted to remind you guys, maybe for the any AML works, then we still have some space to work on, and also find more SDR to us. And for the common typologies and case sharing, I have 3 cases. The first one is, maybe you can give you guys some ideas, because we find a case that a staff and agent in of the money lender, they actually help the offenders to do the loan applications. So in that case, it is an insider, and he or she just process the fraud documents, and then let the application get through. So bypass the CDD or KYC system. So that is one of the possible case that you may face. So that is a very good indicator and things that we can learn on that part to prevent that things to be happened again in the future. And the second one is about the third-party payment and no source of fund. I think this is a very common one that, like I said before, the client paid SLAT to settle their loans by unrelated third party, or pay by cash or cashier order. So they can inject the true source of inject the dirty money into the financial system. And the last one is, of course, when they apply loans from various lenders and eventually they pay off a debt that is faster than the income will support, or even they pay it off the next day. So they're using the layering and the integration stage of the ML process in the money laundering industry. And the last page is, of course, about the vote, December 7th. So we can want to erase, ask you guys to support for that. And this is my presentation for today. Thank you.